What is up, everybody? This is Anthony with VR365. Welcome to another episode of our show. Today is Wednesday. It is February 13th, and it is about 11:01 a.m. right about now on the dot. What is going on, guys? Excuse me. Okay, so you know what? We've got a lot of stuff popping off today. A whole lot of stuff. So we got to get into this in a major way. Okay, so first of all, let's see here. Actually, I need to get my show notes ready before I get started here. Okay, so before we get started, first of all, I'd like to say today is an incredible day. It is an incredible day in the history of VR365. An incredible day, guys. We have our first corporate sponsor. Our first corporate sponsor for VR365. How freaking incredible is that? So, today's episode, episode 97 of VR365, is brought to you by, let me go ahead and get this ready. First corporate sponsor, incredible. It is brought to you by Burger King. Yes, the brand new funnel cake fries. We are the official VR podcast of the Burger King funnel cake fries. Okay, not exactly. I'm just joking. But you know what? I was in line the other day at Burger King. I'm joking. No, not a real sponsor. We have a Burger King that's like a block away from my house practically. And my kids, sometimes they just want something to eat real fast, and I'll run over to the drive-thru and I'll go grab them some Burger King, and I saw that they had funnel cake fries. Is this the downfall of America as we know it? I do believe so. Yes, this is the lead story of the day, funnel cake fries. Just when you thought Americans could not get any fatter, we have funnel cake fries. What a beautiful thing. It is a glorious day to be an American. All right, no, actually, the true sponsor of today's episode, we do have a legitimate sponsor. Unfortunately, not a corporate sponsor, but we do have a sponsor for today's episode. And I would like to thank Patrice Poe. Okay, now I'm probably mispronouncing the last name. Patrice Poe, not exactly sure exactly how to pronunciate that. But Patrice, regardless, I truly appreciate your support for VR365, for VR Game Rankings. Patrice is the fourth Patreon supporter of this show. He was not there on day one, not like Gary, Jesse, and Liam. Those are our day one bros. He was second. He was on the second day. He was on the second day, our fourth Patreon supporter. That is Patrice Poe. And he is, the show's brought to you by Patrice. So thank you so much for Patrice, your sponsorship. Otherwise, this show would not happen. I would retire. So that is Patrice Poe. Thank you so much for that. Okay, now let me go ahead and just grab another rando trailer while we continue to move along here. I like that Saber trailer. I like the music and the background and everything. So I'll just go ahead and grab that one again because, you know, nice, colorful. It's got some nice music and all of that as well. Okay, so now the next story that I wanted to get into, and this is just a little bit of show prep, I guess, or not show prep, but what do they call it? House cleaning or whatever. We've got some house cleaning to do. So one thing I did want to mention, guys, is we are doing a double header. Yes, there is a double header that is going on today. I'm doing this show. I'm going to do this show right now. This is VR365 Live. This is episode 97. This is our normal Wednesday episode. It is all about VR news and whatnot. But starting at noon, we are going to have a new show. And the show at noon is our very first episode of VR365 Community Spotlight. Yes, we're going to kind of do a new thing here with the Community Spotlight show. Now, what is the idea here behind Community Spotlight? Well, basically, you guys remember the show I did on Sunday with Short Power 24. Really liked that show. I thought it was a great show. I thought it worked out really nicely, but I thought about it and I thought, you know what? I think these interview shows should probably be their own thing because I want to do a lot more of them. But I don't want to, you know, I want the regular VR365 Live to be the regular VR365 Live. And when you're doing an interview show, you know, you want to kind of dial down on somebody's background, kind of their gaming history, how did they get into VR, all of these kinds of things. But I'm trying to do a news show at the same time. So I think they're kind of two separate deals. So we're going to do VR365 Community Spotlight. And our very first episode today is with community member Shantomio, or Shantomio. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. We are going to find out at 12 noon. We will have either Shantomio or Shantomio, not exactly sure, but he's going to be joining us from Holland. And he is a PSVR gamer. And so we're going to be talking a lot about PSVR, kind of like the state of PSVR. Also, what's gaming like in Holland? What is going on in Holland? So we're going to be talking to him about that. That is coming up at noon. And then also another segment that we're going to be doing here is VR365 Developer Spotlight. Yeah, we're going to do Community Spotlight. We're also going to do Developer Spotlight. And I believe episode 1 of Developer Spotlight is going to be Stone Punk Studios. So the nice thing about breaking this out into separate shows is that there will be a separate playlist, you know, and they'll be their own thing. So if somebody tunes into a VR365 Live episode and I'm interviewing somebody and I'm talking about their gaming history and they're talking about how they played Mario back in the day, and some random VR guy pops in and they're like, what the hell is this, man? I thought it was VR news, man. Well, that's kind of why we're doing it. So they're going to be completely separate deals. And Shirzad Khan City says, PSVR? What is going on here? This is the 90s. So yeah, so anyways, that's the idea here. VR365 Community Spotlight, VR365 Developer Spotlight. These are coming very soon, and you're going to get your first taste at noon. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump into the breaking news story of the day. And this thing broke like in the last half an hour, I think, or so. Like, I just found out about this. I just grabbed a trailer for this, and I don't know much about it. So anyway, let's go ahead and bounce over to our webby browser and let's see what this is all about. So here we have something called Audica. Okay, Audica, as you can see, oh wow, March 7th. See, I didn't even know that until just now. Oh wait, my chat. Hold on a minute. Chat is not over here. Let's see. Let me copy chat. Copy and chat for browser. Must have copied the wrong chat or did something wrong. So let's go ahead and paste this in. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we got chat over there. That's good. Okay, so Audica. This is by Harmonix, and this is going to be coming, let's see, it's coming to Oculus Rift and Steam VR on March 7th. So we don't got very long to wait for this. This is Audica by Harmonix, and I think the situation that we're looking at here, guys, is they want some of that Beat Saber money, man. They definitely want some of that Beat Saber money. Think about Harmonix. Like, these were the guys that created Guitar Hero. These were the guys that made Rock Band. These guys did Rock Band VR for the Oculus Rift. These guys did Harmonix Music VR for PlayStation VR. And here comes along some other developer named Beat Games. They create this game that becomes a sensation. Beat Games is making crazy money, and Harmonix is like, what happened? How did this happen? Why are we not making all the money? Because this is what Harmonix is all about. Like, this is their deal, bro. This is their deal. And Beat Games came in and took their lunch. And so Harmonix is like, nah, man, we got to get back into the mix. We are not going to stand for this. And so Harmonix has a new game called Audica coming completely out of left field on March 7th to the Rift and Steam VR. So let's go ahead and check out the full entire trailer for this. I have not seen this at all. Don't really know anything about it, but it does make a lot of sense. So let me go ahead and grab this trailer. I'm going to pump up some Sayu volume here. And let me grab this trailer. All right, well, that is Audica, and, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But all I gotta say is this dude is cool, brah. Like, this guy is hella cool right here, man. He's got his tank top going on. I appreciate the tank top. You know, I like tank tops myself. And he's got the tank top underneath as well. And I don't know about those pants, though. Like, what is going on with this dude's pants? Like, are those pants like leather pants? What are those pants made out of? I can't even enjoy this trailer. I'm too busy looking at this guy's pants. All right, what does that make me? I don't know. But yeah, Main Fan, it's funny, Main Fan in chat says Audica equals SPT plus BS. At first, I didn't know what he was talking about. Then I was like, oh, Space Pirate Trainer and Beat Saber have had a baby. And that's a pretty good breakdown. I think that's a pretty good breakdown of what we're looking at here. And man, do you guys feel bad for Ivanovich Games? Ivanovich. I gotta feel bad for Ivanovich. This dude is showing plumber crack and everything in this Audica trailer. This should probably be like rated like 18 plus or something. Dude is showing plumber crack. In a major mixed reality trailer for Harmonix Music VR. No, actually Audica, Harmonix. Yeah, sports bra. Okay, yeah, some people are saying, is this a girl? Is this a dude? I don't know, brah. I don't know, but he is, he, she, whatever it is so freaking cool, brah. This is an example. See, here's the thing, guys. When you get a trailer like this, the developer of the game, the publisher of the game, what they do is they try to find somebody that is super cool, bruh. They want somebody so freaking cool that the cool is just oozing off of them. So that when they put them in a mixed reality trailer, you cannot help but just feel how freaking cool this bro is. So yeah, no, but looking at this trailer and being serious about it a minute here, we also got a bit of a Ikaruga thing possibly going on here, right? Because I see blue and I see orange, and it seems like maybe one of your controllers is like doing blue stuff, one of your controllers is doing orange stuff. I didn't really even come to realize this. Kind of like Dext, you know, kind of like Ikaruga, right? So Audica, it looks like one of your hands is going to be a female hips. That's Greg's VR. Yeah, we do. The number one question of the day, like here's the number one question. Female or male? What say you? That is pretty much the number one question out there for this trailer. We got to get to the bottom of this. All right. Where's Palmer Luckey when you need him? Remember that really goofy Palmer Luckey picture? I got to Google that right now. I cannot help it. Hold on a second, folks. I got to Google Palmer Luckey Rock Band VR. One of the goofiest pictures of all time. Palmer Luckey Rock Band VR. Easily, I think, the goofiest picture I've ever seen in my life, right here. Yeah, oh my god, this is the goofiest picture I've ever seen. Okay, let's switch over to a webby browser. There it is. There's your boy Palmer Luckey, and that, I believe, is the head guy at Harmonix. Oh god, that is so classically goofy. That is so classically goofy. So maybe we could ask Palmer, what is going on here? Dude, is this a bra or is this a girl? We don't know. But anyway, that is Audica. Does look pretty cool. And I will tell you this, March is starting to come together. Slowly but surely, we are starting to get some games in the month of March. It's starting to line up. And you know what? I guess since we're on the subject of March games, we might as well just go ahead and bounce into our next story, which is another March release. So let's go ahead and bounce back over here to a webby browser. Yeah, that is one of the goofiest pictures ever known to man. Right here. This goofy little expression like, yeah, what's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, kid. I'm looking at you, kid. Okay, yeah, goofy as can be. But let's go ahead and bounce over here to the PlayStation blog. And so, speaking of the month of March, it is starting to step up a little bit. We've got Space Junkies coming up in March on the 26th, right? Now we have Audica on the 7th. And we also have The Wizards Enhanced Edition is hitting PlayStation VR on March 12th. An expansive new level, customization options, and more improvements are on the way. Let's see here. So, the normal price for the Wizards Enhanced Edition when it launches on PSVR, this is going to be on March 12th, the price is going to be $25, $24.99, but there will be a launch day discount. I'm not sure if it's going to require PlayStation Plus or how that will work out, but there will be a launch time discount. Now, I'm looking at this blog post here, and it says that the game is going to offer around 6 hours of their award-winning story campaign. You know, the Wizards, I played the Wizards for a minute, didn't get into it, but I should probably bounce back into it. But anyway, they're saying that this version is the definitive version. They say this definitive version of the game packs more content and improvements than ever before. We've expanded the campaign, polished all mechanics, and optimized the experience for PlayStation VR and Move controllers. So you are going to be using Move controllers in this game, unlike Eden Tomorrow, which we are going to get into a bit of an Eden Tomorrow discussion here in a minute. But anyway, going back to this enhanced edition, free movement or teleportation, type and speed of rotation, which is nice. I like those options. Movement speed, that's good. Comfort vignette, intensity, dominant hands for one-handed spells, aim assist intensity. So yeah, this is coming to PSVR on March 12th. And there is a brand new launch trailer. We can see that there's this trailer right here. I have grabbed the trailer. Why don't we go ahead and check it out real quick? I'm going to go ahead and bounce back over here to our standard scene. And yeah, that is an awesome bra. That is an awesome bra wearing a sports bra. Maybe? I don't know. And those pants, I'm telling you, if Harmonix doesn't sell those pants individually on their website, they are making a major tragic mistake. That is Audica. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this Wizards trailer. Actually, wait, hold on. I have to pump up the volume on this badass trailer. There we go. Okay, grab the Wizards.
The Wizards is a magical adventure that puts you in the role of a mighty sorcerer. You will protect the realm of Meliora, a land infused with magic, wonder, and great peril. On your quest, you will travel through fantastic lands and solve mysteries under the guidance of Aurelius, a fellow wizard trapped out of time and space.
That was acceptable. Let's move on.
At your command is a set of spells that are conjured and cast with the gestures of your own hands. In the Enhanced Edition, Carbon Studio presents the very best version of the game with new locations, appearance customization, and dozens of improvements across the board. The great adventure awaits. Prepare to put on your sorcerer's robe, grab the controllers, and immerse yourself in the magical world of the Wizards.
Okay, so that is the Wizards Enhanced Edition, and you know, it does look pretty good. It doesn't look too shabby. Now, they keep talking about this being the definitive version. Like, this is the definitive version, but there's good news for all of us PC VR players. Like, are we getting boned out of this? Like, does the PlayStation VR is getting all these, like, nice extra goodies, and PC VR players are just getting screwed? Not exactly, guys, because if we go ahead and bounce over to our webby browser here, this is the Wizards Steam page right here, and if I scroll down, Enhanced Edition is coming on March 12th. So yes, dear fellow Wizards, we are thrilled to announce that the Enhanced Edition of the Wizards is coming to Steam on March 12th. It will be a free update available to everyone who bought the game on any platform. Also, the price of the game is increasing by 5 bones. So, if you want to grab the Wizard prior to March 12th and save yourself 5 bones, that is an option. Now, what is coming in the Enhanced Edition? We're talking about a new stage, the longest level they've ever created, a checkpointing system, full support for Windows Mixed Reality, significant performance improvements, an HP bar on gloves replacing a flat UI, glove color optimization, customization, new optional auto-aim mode, and additional languages, Spanish, French, Russian, and Japanese. So that is all coming on March 12th. The Enhanced Edition is going to be everywhere. So that is good news for PC VR players. Now, like I said, I'm pretty sure, I think I played the Wizards for like a quick minute, but it was so incredibly long ago. I think it was actually before the game even released. Like, I think I played a preview build of it, and I played it for like 10 minutes, and I wasn't really feeling, you know, I really wasn't feeling what Carbon Studio was doing. I wasn't feeling it, and I kind of just like never revisited it, never took a look at it again. So I can tell you this, on March 12th, hey, why not? Why not jump back in there? So I'm going to try to jump back in there on March 12th and see how much this has improved. But yeah, it is also coming to PSVR. And the price right now, 20 bones. The price is going to jump by $5. That will be on March 12th. So you have been warned. Anthony plays everything for 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll give a game 10 minutes. I sure will. Now, we got to remember here, Carbon Studio, there's a lot of different Carbon this and Carbon that. These are the guys that did Alice VR. And Alice VR is kind of you know, it's kind of a type of a game. I mean, I remember getting into Alice VR and trying Alice VR for a minute. And it had some interesting ideas, but I didn't think it quite came together too well. But they were the developers of that, and then they are also the developers of the Wizards. So don't get them confused with Carbon Games. Carbon Games is a completely different developer, and so understand that. But yeah, I need to go back in this. I need to give this another try. But I figure might as well wait for this big, huge update that's happening on March 12th. Okay, Chris Richardson says, I'll wait for the Quest version, doing that for all new releases. Yeah, I don't know because, I mean, the one worry I do have, a little worry I have from the Quest standpoint and from everybody and their mom porting a game over to the Oculus Quest is some of these ports are going to be a mad scramble, and we've got to hope. Yeah, Main Fan says Alice VR is meh at best, and it really is. That's why I think if you don't know what the Wizards is about, if you've never played the Wizards, have a little bit, because their trailers look great. Like, their trailers look awesome. And it seems like, what is this, like, awesome dungeon crawler type game that I never heard about? Like, where did this game come from? It looks awesome. It looks great. You know, ease your enthusiasm, curb your enthusiasm a little bit, because you might have it shattered a bit when you get into this. I'm not saying it's not a solid game. I'm sure it's pretty solid, but just, you know, ease your enthusiasm a little bit. But a worry I have, I really hope Oculus doesn't just let the floodgates open and let everybody and their mom port anything over to the Quest, whether it's like halfway working or not. I hope they really have, you know, what do you call it? Where they look at these games and, you know, quality control, basically. Quality control. Like, I really hope Oculus has quality control, because there's going to be a mad scramble to port everything to the Quest. And I think you guys might want to be careful about that. Don't just buy every little Quest version that comes down the pipe. You might want to see how they really shake out. Okay, so we are talking about Oculus Rift a little bit. I'm going to get into the Eden Tomorrow discussion. Definitely want to get into that. But before I do that, we should probably take a look at the daily deal. And it's a pretty decent one. It's a pretty solid one. So over here, Megaton Rainfall. Yeah, Megaton Rainfall is the Oculus daily deal. It is going for $10. This is a 33% discount. Normal price is $15. I'm a fan of this game. Other people are not a fan of this game. You know, so the bottom line I'll say with Megaton Rainfall, I personally believe you want to play this seated, okay? I think you want to play this game seated. And I think you want to play this game actually with like an Xbox controller, in fact. I can't remember. Did I play it, like, when I played it on Oculus, did I play it with an Xbox controller? I know that I tried standing up and I tried doing the whole Superman thing, and I don't think that worked out very well. I like it better seated with a controller, but I think Megaton Rainfall is really good. I've said it a million times. It's War of the Worlds. So bottom line, do you like War of the Worlds? Do you want to be a Superman that is trying to stop a War of the Worlds invasion? And do you like really trippy, complex, alien invader UFO things that just, they sound really good and they behave really well? They behave like some kind of weird-ass alien civilization might behave, where they're coming to our metropolises and they are just wrecking shop. Those are the two words I always use whenever I'm talking about Megaton Rainfall. I use those two words, wrecking shop, because that is what these alien invaders do, man. It's like an alien civilization was basically watching this planet for 100 years, just chilling, just watching our planet from the moon, which is an artificial satellite, in case you guys didn't know that. That is Conspiracy Theory 101. Okay, so they were just chilling on the moon, watching our planet, watching how we build our skyscrapers, and slowly but surely, they were creating these machines that would just wreck shop like none other. And that's what I love about Megaton Rainfall. I haven't even played the game very far. I got, you know me, guys. I mean, I don't get very far into these games. Pentadimensional Games is a developer. I like that name too, Pentadimensional Games. I think that's kind of cool. This came out way back on August 9th, 2018, and it came out way before that on PSVR. This game's been around for a minute, but it is $10. I think it's a pretty good seated kind of a game, but it's kind of a love it or hate it thing, because I've noticed that people are either love it or hate it when it comes to Megaton Rainfall. And then one other quick thing I wanted to get to real quick before we get into Eden Tomorrow, because I'm not sure how long the Eden Tomorrow discussion is going to go. I just want to mention real quick, Intruders Hide and Seek. It is available right now on PlayStation VR. We've covered this game a couple of times. It is $20. Looks kind of interesting. The developer is, well, Deadlick Entertainment is the publisher. The developer is, I believe, Tessera Studios. I believe they're Tessera Studios. I believe they are a Spanish developer, and they have created this game called Intruders, and I like the atmosphere of the game. I mean, I don't know if the game's any good. I have not played this game. I don't know too much about the actual game, but I like the atmosphere that I've seen with this game. Like, it's raining really hard, and you're in this kind of like upscale neighborhood, really nice homes and everything, and they're like being broken into. There's like these home invasions that are going on, and I think you play a teenage kid of a family, and they get invaded, and it's a home invasion, and I believe mom and dad are kind of like locked up somewhere. There's 3 weirdos that are exploring your house. I don't know what they're looking for, and then you're trying to hide from them, and it's kind of like a stealth game. And I believe your sister is in the house as well, and she's trying to hide, but you don't know where she is. But it's called Intruders Hide and Seek, and I think it looks pretty good, but I have not heard anything yet on this, so I don't know what the early takes are. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go to our main topic of the day, and that is Eden Tomorrow. And this game is available right now. It is going for $20. I did get a code for this, and I was able to play this, so I do want to get into a bit of a discussion. So let me go ahead and bounce over here to my standard scene. Oh, Paradise just did a Let's Play of Intruders. Is Paradise in the building right now? I'm curious whether Paradise would say buy, rent, sell. You know, what are the different options, like buy, rent, pirate? I mean, I don't know. There's all, like, I don't believe in piracy. Piracy is a bad idea in my book. But anyway, yeah, PSVR only for Intruders, at least for now. PSVR is killing it right now, guys. PSVR has a lot of stuff going on where PCVR has been a little bit slow. Okay, so let me go ahead and grab an Eden Tomorrow trailer so that I can talk about Eden Tomorrow while the trailer plays in the backdrop. Okay, so let's see here. Let me look for one of these Eden Tomorrow trailers. Here we go. Got one. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this puppy on the screen. All right, so Eden Tomorrow. Now, here's the thing, guys. I was really hyped for Eden Tomorrow because I thought, well, this game, it reminds me of Robinson the Journey. I played the demo for Eden Tomorrow. Now, I know there were people that were very mixed on the demo. I actually liked the demo. I thought it was pretty good. It did remind me of Robinson the Journey. I had a pretty decent time with the demo. And so when this game got released yesterday and we found out the price was $20, I was like, $20 for Eden Tomorrow? This is an insta buy, right? This is an insta buy. Just buy it and don't even ask any questions. Just buy this game immediately. That's what I initially thought, because I played the demo, I liked the demo, and the game's only $20. So I thought, you know, you can't miss here, right? This is like a no-brainer. But I get into the game yesterday, and so before I start this discussion, one of the things that I have to admit here is I've only gotten a little bit farther than where the demo leaves off, okay? So I did everything that the demo has, and then I extended a little bit beyond that. But supposedly this game has like 4 to 5 hours of content, maybe a little bit beyond 5 hours of content in this game. And I've only experienced 1/4 probably of the game. So these are my first impressions. So these are not final, like this is not my final impression on this game. So anyways, what are we going to talk about here? So it's weird, man, because I have mixed opinions on this game, Eden Tomorrow. When I was in there last night and playing it, there's certain moments in this game where you're like, oh, this is awesome. This is incredible. Like you're playing it and it feels like this grand movie adventure. It feels like a really high-end production. But what I mean is there's brief moments. There's other moments where this game feels indie as F, especially like some of the menus. And when the game is like loading up, there's certain little things where it's like, man, am I playing an Atari Jaguar game? Like some of the little menu things that appear on the screen and stuff looks kind of indie in a major way. But then at the same time, you're playing this game and it'll have this wonderful cinematic with really good movie quality music and sound effects that are going on in the background. And it's like a stirring symphony. and you get hyped and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. This is straight up Robinson the Journey 2.0. You know, this is a cool game. I'm really liking this game. And so I would have brief moments of that. And I had that in the demo as well. Well, you basically replay the demo for a lot of this game. And so I was like really excited about all of that. But then I'm playing more and more of the game, and there is a major downside to this game. Okay, so what is the major downside? The major downside is I don't know that this is a video game. That is probably the biggest downside. Is this a video game? Because honestly, I kind of felt like I feel like it's interactive entertainment is what it is. It's not really a video game. Like, I don't have any guns that I can blast anybody with. This game does not use move controllers. And the video is kind of misleading because you see these two hands that are floating out there. Now, that's actually Newton's robot hands that are floating around. He has these two little hands that float around. And so you see these two little hands floating around. You think, oh yeah, this is going to use your move controllers. It's going to use your move controllers. You're going to have real hand presence. No, there's none of that. So there's no real hand presence. You're using a DualShock 4 controller. Of course, I played through the demo and it was like that, and I understand that. But what I'm trying to say here is there's no combat that I've seen so far. I've only dealt with some very minor puzzles. It's really almost like this is a VR experience. It's not a game. And I don't know that I'm going to blame SoulPix or Deadly Entertainment, the producer of this. I don't know that I can blame them for marketing this as a game and for selling this as a game, because imagine if they didn't market this as a game. And imagine if they said, yeah, this is an interactive cinematic experience for $20. Most people would be like, get the F out of here. If I want a cinematic experience, it better be $3.99 or it better be free. You know, people are not going to pay $20, I don't think, for a cinematic experience. Like, I don't think people are going to pay $20 for that. It's a marketing problem. I think it's the same problem that the Invisible Hours had. Tequila Works and Game Trust, the publisher of that, they did not market that as the first VR movie, which is what it really is. It's not a game. The Invisible Hours is not a game. Now, I like the Invisible Hours more than I like this. This is still cool. It's still cool. I don't want to rain on Eden Tomorrow's Parade. In fact, I could still kind of recommend this to people. I still want to run through this whole entire thing. I want to play through this entire, not play, I mean, I want to go through the entire movie, basically. I want to experience this interactive movie. I want to experience the whole thing. I am going to go through the whole thing eventually. So, but at the same time, I can't tell people this is an insta-buy. It is not an insta-buy unless you're really into very light interactivity and you're really big on story. I do like the story. I think the story is kind of cool. I feel like this guy, you've landed on this alien planet, but you come to realize that something weird is going on here. Something doesn't meet the eye. You know, something mysterious is going on here. There's a big plot twist that is probably going to come along with this. Now, what is the star of the show when it comes to Eden Tomorrow? The star of the show is the little robot guy, Newton. And that's why this reminds everybody of Robinson the Journey, because in Robinson the Journey, you have your Higgs unit. And the little kid that's in Robinson the Journey is always talking about Higgs, and Higgs is flying around. And the thing that I love about Higgs and Robinson the Journey, not to go off on another tangent, but Higgs, oh my God, that thing is so crystal clear. It is so beautiful, like the glass covering of Higgs on Robinson the Journey. I just like staring at that damn thing. And that was really cool. And in this game, you've got this little robot guy, Newton. And the cool thing about Newton is he is vastly more expressive and has vastly more personality than Higgs does. Like, this guy talks to you, his little hands move around and animate and do different, like, little, like, you know, he's like talking and it's like, you know, he's doing little things with his little robot hands that add a lot of personality, a lot of expressiveness. And then also while you're in it, you don't know if this robot guy, if Newton is going to try to kill your ass. Because at one point, spoiler, but this is in the demo, at one point you find an audio log where this guy says, kill your robot companion immediately because your robot companion is going to try to kill you. So as you're going through the story, you're like, I don't know if this robot companion guy is trying to honeypot my ass, okay? Because he really might be trying to honeypot you, because the robot has amnesia, you've got amnesia, you're trying to figure out what's going on in this strange world. I kind of feel like it has a little bit of a Planet of the Apes vibe from a standpoint of the old Planet of the Apes. I'm talking like the 1970s, late 60s Planet of the Apes movies. The idea behind the Planet of the Apes is that these astronauts were on some kind of space mission somewhere, and they got caught in some kind of like time thing. And so they got sent to Earth, or maybe like a parallel universe or whatever, but they were caught in some kind of time thing. And so it's like 50,000 years into the future or whatever, and now the Statue of Liberty is buried underground. You know, I mean, that's the whole Planet of the Apes thing, right? And you kind of get a sense of that with the story. Honestly, the story and the personality of Newton is probably keeping me interested in this game more than anything else, because there isn't much combat. And then also there's these really goofy sequences that they have in this game that I think they could probably cut these sequences out and the game would not lose anything. Okay, so there's a sequence where you're going to slide down a mountain. The best Planet of the Apes is beneath the Planet of the Apes. There's no question about it. It was Planet of the Apes #2, beneath the Planet of the Apes, where Charlton Heston makes a guest cameo at the very end, and he only agreed to do it if he would die, and they killed him. That was the best one, beneath the Planet of the Apes. Orlor says, the best Planet of the Apes, ... So I'm going to go ahead and answer that right now. But going back to this story here, the sequences that they have in this game that they probably don't need is like you're sliding down a mountain and it goes to like a first person view and you're like, oh, now I'm in a snowboarding game and I'm sliding down the mountain. Okay, and then there's another part of this game where you're walking across a bridge and you're supposed to like balance yourself as you're walking across a bridge. And it was like, okay, that would be great if you gave me 2 move controllers and I was actually balancing my move controllers across the bridge. That would make sense. But honestly, when I'm balancing myself across a bridge, or when I'm trying to walk along a ledge, you know, walking along a ledge on a cliff, which is they go into this separate mode, you're not in any danger at all. I don't even think you can fall off. Like, I wonder if I even like push my thumbstick to just try to commit suicide. I don't even know that I can. It's kind of wasted. Like, they don't need those sections. I guess they thought it was kind of like a little special treat that they were doing, but I don't think it was that good. But anyway, that is Eden Tomorrow. I still kind of like it, and it's one of these games where it's hard for me to put my finger on the pulse of this game. Like, I don't have an elevator pitch for this game. Like, I can't tell people, oh, this is Robinson, this is a poor man's version of Robinson the Journey mixed with a little bit of Farpoint. Like, that might be the elevator pitch, but I don't think it works completely. I guess a non-interactive Farpoint. It's kind of a poor man's Robinson the Journey with a non-interactive Farpoint. I don't know. But with a little bit of Planet of the Apes story mixed in there for good measure. But that's Eden Tomorrow. I still think it's kind of cool. Shantomio. I don't know if it's Shantomio or Shantomio, but we're going to be talking to this guy very soon here, coming up at noon. He says, I kind of like the sliding balancing was a bit boring, but the thing that I hate is that those two are separate. They don't blend in good. Yeah, it goes into a different gameplay engine. Like whenever you do this balancing thing, it like switches up for a second. There's a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a hitch. Wasn't really into it yet. Again, one other thing, a caveat on this whole entire thing is I've played like 1/4 of this thing. So, you know, this is just my early impressions right now. David Attenborough, Planet of the Apes was easily the best. I don't know which one. Beneath Planet of the Apes is the best. That is not open for discussion. It is not open for discussion. Beneath Planet of the Apes is one of my all-time favorites. I have a real love, guys, for 70s sci-fi. Like Logan's Run, Planet of the Apes. Man, there's so many good 70s sci-fis. Of course, now I can't Westworld. Guys, have you seen the original Westworld movie? It was written and directed by Michael Crichton, bro. That is the guy that did Jurassic Park. And you know what? People were asking Michael Crichton, this is before he passed away, people were asking him, when is there going to be a sequel to Westworld? And he would tell everybody that listened. He said, oh, the Marky Mark one? That one was terrible. The Marky Mark Planet of the Apes was terrible. You know why? Only the very end, the very, very, very end of the Marky Mark Planet of the Apes was awesome. When he crash lands and he gets out and he's looking at the statue of, it's supposed to be Abraham Lincoln, but instead it's like Caesar. That was awesome. The very, 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 very end of the Marky Mark one. But see, the thing about the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes, I believe Tim Burton did the directing on that. The entire thing was filmed indoors. And you can tell that it was filmed indoors, like the entire thing. Like there's no real sunlight. Like it doesn't look like they're ever out in the sun. It never looks like they're actually in a freaking jungle. It looks so freaking fake. Trust me, bro. The next time you guys see that old Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes, think about the fact they never filmed a single scene outdoors. It was all in a sound stage, fake sun, fake plants, fake foliage. Everything was fake as can be, and I could see it and I couldn't unsee it, and I couldn't enjoy that movie, even though that one guy that played that one April, he did a pretty good job. So anyway, yeah, they did do an unofficial sequel called Future World. Okay, so the Andromeda Strain, exactly. There were so many good movies back in the 70s. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, Orlor. But anyway, Michael Crichton, right? They asked him, why isn't there a legitimate sequel to Westworld? And he said, I did it. It's called Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is basically his sequel to Westworld, because the idea of Westworld is that you're at an amusement park and the amusement park tries to kill your ass. That's basically what Westworld is. And then Jurassic Park is, again, an amusement park that tries to kill your ass. So basically the sequel to Westworld, the true sequel to Westworld, is Jurassic Park. What do you know? Okay, guys, well, anyway, you know what? We've gone for a while here. I had a couple of other minor things that I want to get into, but you know what? We're going to have to save that for tomorrow, because guess what, guys? We've got a bonus episode that is coming up in a minute here. Do you know that Future World, you can't get that anywhere? It was only released in like Europe or some shit, and I did get a copy of Future World somehow, some way, and I've seen it, but it's crappy. Future World is lame. Future World is better left forgotten. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my outro logo on the screen here. And yeah, we are ending this episode a little bit early. Hated the new Westworld, like the actual TV series. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of torn. Like, I like some of the new Westworld. I've only seen season 1, though. I have not seen season 2 yet. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode of VR365. I'm ending this about 10 minutes early, and the reason I'm doing it is because we are going to have our very first VR365 Community Spotlight episode. We're going to find out, how do we pronounce Shantomio? Is it Shantomio or Shantomio? I don't know, but we're going to find out in about 10 minutes with our special first episode of VR365 Community Spotlight. So that is going to be on a different stream. So we're going to cut this puppy off, and there will be a completely different stream. So join us over there. I got to grab myself a banana so I can hold me over for about an hour while we interview Shantomio about everything PlayStation VR, about what it is like to be a youngster in Holland. Wait till you see this guy's picture. The guy looks like he's about 18 years old, but apparently he's a lot older than 18. But anyway, we're going to check that out here in about 10 minutes, guys. Yeah, it's all about the Google Cardboard. That's what we're going to do. Google Cardboard forever. All right, guys, that'll do it for this episode, but I will see you guys in about 10 minutes on a new episode. So check me out over there. Take it easy. Later.